foxft.com.
Tonight on Fox 55 News at 6, federal fentanyl charges. New developments in the case of local business owner Derek Taylor, who was arrested with enough fentanyl to kill more than 700,000 people.
Plus, years of crashes on this stretch of US 20 in Steuben County are frustrating neighbors. What they're saying they want to be done about it, and what officials are saying in response to that.
And this is Children's Grief Awareness Day, how a local nonprofit is shining light on the 1 in 10 Hoosier children who experience the death of a parent or sibling.
I'm tracking our next system that'll be bringing rain, wind, and of course, some colder air. The details are coming up.
The area's only hour-long 6 p.m. local newscast. This is Fox 55 News at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tara Brantley. An Allen County drug and firearm possession case is dropped as it moves on to federal court. The owner of Big Mama's Kitchen in Fort Wayne, Derek Taylor, was arrested back in September for using his business as a front for drug trafficking. Now, Fox 55 is learning that local charges in his case have been dropped. Fox 55's Brianna Bias spoke with the local public defender to find out why. She is live now in studio. Bree, what have you learned about this?
Yeah, well, Tara, there was originally supposed to be a hearing for his case yesterday here in Allen County, but it was canceled. So I called the original public defender, Anthony Churchward, and he told me the case was dismissed so that the federal court could then take it over. Back in September, 47-year-old Derek Taylor was arrested for trafficking drugs like cocaine and fentanyl and for possessing firearms. He was also charged for using his business, Big Mama's Kitchen on Oxford Street, as a front for drug trafficking. When police raided it, they didn't even find any working kitchen equipment inside. And when they arrested him, there was enough fentanyl in his home to kill 733,000 people. He faces a total of 6 charges. Now, Churchward says situations like this, where federal prosecutors end up taking over major drug cases, are not entirely uncommon. And according to federal documents, his jury trial will then take place on January 2nd before Chief Judge Holly Brady. Live in studio, I'm Brianna Bias, Fox 55 News.
Bree, thank you for breaking that down. Residents who live along what they say is a dangerous stretch of US 20 in Steuben County are speaking out tonight. They are sharing their experiences of crashes right outside of their homes. Fox 55's Avery Johnson is live there tonight. Avery, what are residents telling you about the crashes they've seen in that area?
Yes, Tara. Well, residents and law enforcement actually think semi-truck drivers are veering off I-69 and onto US 20 to avoid tolls. However, when they come off of the highway, they don't slow down, especially during those unexpected curves and turns, ultimately leading to a number of crashes.
Every night we're ready. We're ready. I lost count about 10 years ago on the semi-accidents out here on this curve.
Susie Stoff has lived off US 20 for nearly 2 decades, and she says more needs to be done to tell drivers to slow down, especially on this curve near Otter Lake.
I think they're avoiding the tolls. You know, everybody's trying to earn save a penny, and they're avoiding it. So then they're trying to make up time on this road in between towns because there's a lot of stops on 20.
Steuben County Chief Deputy Mike Meeks says the department has stepped up patrol on that curve ever since the speed limit has lowered from 55 to 40 miles per hour.
We go out there as much as we can to enforce the lower speed limit, as well as along with the state police.
Susie says although patrol has stepped up in the area, crashes have still been happening one after another. Her grandson, Austin, had to pull a driver out of the vehicle on Tuesday, but this is not the first time he's had to save a life.
Every time we hear the boom and, our house shakes, they're getting ready to go out there, and I've already got my boots on heading over there, and it's just always a fear of, is this guy going to be alive? Is he okay? What am I going to see?
And they just hope NDOT can make improvements such as flashing lights or stop signs to avoid tragedies like this from happening.
We're always ready to take care of these guys no matter what. Obviously the goal is to reduce it, but anytime it does happen, we're ready to do what we can.
Fox 55 reached out to INDOT for a statement, and they say this curve has actually not shown a pattern of crashes in the area, but they're constantly looking to improve transportation and safety and highly suggest residents and neighbors reach out to their customer service. Live in Angola, I'm Avery Johnson, Fox 55 News.
Avery, thank you for that. New tonight, the Fort Wayne-Allen County Plan Commission has voted 7-0 in favor of a preliminary development plan for Project Zodiac. You may recall that project is the development proposal for a data center of a major national corporation. That corporation's name has yet to be released. The final vote on the plan is scheduled before the Fort Wayne Plan Commission at their next hearing, which is Monday night. When it comes to our weather today, we had another gorgeous day with sunshine and very warm temperatures for this time of year. Chief Meteorologist Beverly Perry has what's in store for us this evening.
You know what? It does feel nice out there right now. The clouds, they're just moving in across the area, all ahead of our system. That's going to be bringing some change about the area. But right now, it's dry temperatures for the most part in the 50s. However, Hartford City, we're hanging out at 61 degrees, 58 in Decatur, 59 in Auburn, and we're now at 57 in Fort Wayne. So still very mild out there, a little breezy, but tomorrow is a day of change. A cold front brings rain and breezy conditions as well as some cooler air. So over the weekend, it's going to be feeling considerably cooler when compared to today. So your hour-by-hour forecast is coming up.
Beverly, thank you. Today is National Children's Grief Awareness Day. Conversations with kids about this are not easy. Fox 55's Gunnar Tuxera spoke with a local nonprofit that is helping kids deal with their emotions ahead of the holiday season.
With Thanksgiving only a week away, many will be dealing with their first holiday following the death of someone they know. Erin's House for Grieving Children of Fort Wayne is working with teens and kids to understand the process they're going through and to know they are not alone. The nonprofit works with the kids from 3 all the way to 18 years old. Through the 10-week program, kids will engage in workshops to understand and process the emotions of dealing with the death of someone they know. Austin Snyder, Erin's House for Grieving Children's facilitator, works with teenagers and says a huge part of their grieving process requires finding a sense of community among peers.
I see a lot of teens bond very quickly. It's like you don't have to worry that somebody's going to look at you different just because your person died. It's relieving.
Snyder says teens he's worked with through the program have gone from not saying a single word to one another to becoming true friends and even seeking out each other's help outside of Erin's House. November 16th is recognized as National Children's Grief Awareness Day. In partnership with Erin's House, multiple parts of downtown Fort Wayne will be shining a light on the conversation by lighting up blue lights until Sunday. In Fort Wayne, Gunnar Texera, Fox 55 News.